So, what is the sweet revenge to sexual climax in the presence of an enemy when it's a male against a female who would say no if she could? But I'm not a male who would be in dispute with a male. And really, that's only due inside of a walled in prison, is why maybe you are going past the threatening of male to male and that being homosexually charged and against the father, and you would say no to that. What's wrong is you're out in public, you're not in prison on time, and you end up being heterosexually charged and you excuse yourself the wrong way. A female cannot fight off a male. You cannot shrink the height of a male and make him feminine. You can't just say that somebody who's asking it's the male who's asking, it's not the female who's asking. And you should see how hard a male can talk over the threatening that he's been asked by a female. You need your genitals amputated like a gremlin. A female never asked a male for his anus. That is the male's problem with another male. This is how I got a female God form at all. Otherwise, I couldn't be here. You're wrong to me, and I'm not supposed to find you in the wrong on this God form, but I did, and I want sweet revenge. I just heard something funny. The God above myself said he's about to need to pack and move to get away from this address. And that's him needing to move the address where I'm staying right here to me being someplace else. And he needs to move the body for me and that I can continue on and alive because I didn't die against myself. So what are you going to do? Because do we just say that it's an apartment, it's not a house? Or it doesn't matter if it's an apartment or a house? Oh, because I've been living in an apartment when I could have been living in a house? Uh-huh. So can you take the apartment and separate it from the building and relocate it to someplace else? Can you do it with me inside? No. Well, let's just say no, because you haven't done that for any of my emergencies yet. If I need to pack and move, I don't wait on you ever. I'm talking to Superior Founder of the buildings and houses. I can hear him because he's deceased and he's waiting for me to come to himself deceased. He's coming to myself deceased. We are come to myself deceased. Who's deceased first? I died first, it's true. So that's why, I don't know. I didn't expect that because I wasn't supposed to be murdered. That's why it sounds confusing. Well, I got murdered, but why? Why are you murdering the father? Where are you going with that? So I'm talking to the Superior Founder and it sounds a little bit wrong to me because you approximately don't want to know that I can hear him. But he's saying he doesn't want to make buildings and houses for you anymore because you don't have any mind for it anymore. You're deceased out of the minds. You don't know how to get to prison? That's all he ever wanted to know. Do you know how to get to prison? Do you know how to pay out money to the banking with that you're on your way to prison so that you can give the soul its order is alive? Yeah, I don't need anything else from you. I am myself. You don't give me to myself, but you are moving the banking is not due. You're due to have it frozen, and that's you being in prison. But you don't have any mind for that. You don't have any mind for being here. So, Superior Founder, what are you going to do in the event of that I need to be elsewhere, is relocated, and I can't do it myself because I'm deceased? Superior Founder, I am deceased in karma. That's what he said. I'm going homeless in karma? And that's not due because you're due in prisons. Oh, you didn't have any minds for prisons on TV unless it's Chuck Norris, right? Chuck Norris, he doesn't really stay in prison. That's what's wrong with him. I've seen him in prison, but he doesn't stay there. I don't know the problem that is elsewhere. Thank you. It depends how you get in there. Of course, it depends on how you get in there. Yeah, he was in there for that. He belonged there anyway for his truck. He could have been in there for the, but he has to have and stay in there. Chuck Norris has a truck with no key. It stays in prison. It's due. Oh, does he start? He starts it, but he doesn't take the key out of the truck and fight with it. This Ranger for yourself and find out. And also the Chuck Norris movies. But the truck for Chuck Norris Walker, Texas Ranger. You have to watch the key for the truck. It's dangerous. He's dangerous. We are in the wrong deceased that way, and I'm going to get deceased out of the formed world without having any debt to be here. That means you are going to owe me an apology at this point of this video right here. Yep. We'll be elsewhere in the afterlife as well.